Sean Barton here from Towards IT. I'm actually made this video. In fact, I'm making what is a changelog video, and because I'd actually like to explain some of the features I've just added to the Woo Layout Injector plugin. It's been around about a year now, and a bit more than a year. And in fact, if I look through this file this changelog file that I've just created. Version 2.2 was when I first started caring about recording my changes. Version 3 was February this year. So, I mean, it must have been the middle of 2016 that I wrote this. And it's just been a really, really successful, really great plugin. I've used it loads of times on my own sites, and it's had a really good following. So thanks to everybody for that. This video is just to explain these new features. If you hadn't noticed, I had a Facebook thread open in the Divi Theme Users group. There we go again. For the last week or so, and I've been asking for some feedback on the work that I've been doing. I've been posting screenshots, and it's been really nice actually to get feedback from everybody sort of in real time. Actually, it's great to see the excitement building. Now, I did promise this on Friday. It's now Wednesday of the next week. So sorry about that, but that on Sean time, that's actually ahead of schedule. So, brilliant. I'm on a 10-minute video here. So 8.5 minutes. Let's jump straight into the changelog here, get through the boring stuff that you really won't care about, and then onto the meaty stuff. If you have lost interest already in hearing me speak, then go and have a look. Woo Layout Injector version 4 is now available in your Elegant Marketplace account if you've already purchased it. Otherwise, it's currently on sale. I have raised the price a tad. It has never had a price change. It's still the cheapest product on the market, as far as I can tell. But for the next, I think, week and a half, it's on quite a substantial sale, as I understand it. So please go and have a look. Okay, version 4. So I have fixed a few things. We've got 5 or 6 different fixes, which I'll just whiz through now. Woo content module formatting. You couldn't previously use bullet points or paragraphs, would you believe, in your product description. I think I must have broken that in a previous version. Certainly bullet points have never really worked, but they do now. I found myself fixing it in CSS, but I have actually now fixed the module, so that's now sorted. The breadcrumb module styling options, they never really worked. You can now color them, you can change your fonts and sizes. Alignment was a big thing, actually, and adding padding and spacing as well is quite handy, so you can kind of slot them in where they need to go on the page. Don't know about you, if you added a new section with a row with a breadcrumb in the middle, it's just massive. So you end up having to fiddle with the padding, adding custom CSS to make it work. So that was a real lifesaver, actually, a time saver. Fix product image flicker on change. When I added the new zoom and lightbox feature as my own sort of version of WooCommerce's own, because theirs broke mine, weirdly, as you transition between the thumbnails, there was a bit of a flicker, or it sort of jumped the markup around as it sort of removed one element and added another one. That's been dealt with. It uses an animate now, which is a bit prettier. The Woo Notices module was added a couple of versions ago, in fact 3.92, looking at the changelog, which is in front of me here. 3.92, there you go, 3 rather. People were kind of complaining that when you added a product to the cart, you get this big blue bar across the top of the site, and it was unusable, broke some menus. So I've added that's still there, if you don't want to add the module. But if you do add the module, then it then automatically doesn't include it at the top of the site. It puts it wherever you want it, and that works a treat, actually. So just spam it everywhere because it won't show unless it's got something to say. So the rating module, I've had requests to allow alignment was the main thing. But I've also added styling options for size and color, which work beautifully. I've refactored some code. You don't care about that, really, so I'll just gloss over that. Option to add remove sale banners. Sale banners have never worked with this system, and I'm pleased to say they now do. It allows you to change the text globally, so I put a screenshot actually in the Facebook thread that I've had going, where instead of sale, it said slightly cheaper, which I thought was quite fun. But there you go, that's my humour for you. You can have it in different locations over the content, the image, or the title, and it positions it accordingly. You can do it discreetly based on the product page, single, or the archive, so you can have it in different places. I think it looks best over the product image, but that's entirely up to you. Where are we now? Added alignment options to the add to cart module. Don't need to say anything else to that, do I? It now aligns. Offset and limit fields to the thumbnails module. This is quite cool. We're not even onto the meaty stuff yet, but the offset and limit fields. If you wanted to include thumbnails in your page, so you've got 10 thumbnails on a product, you might not want to have 10 in a grid or 10 in a list somewhere. So you might want to include the top 3 somewhere on the page, and then maybe the other 7 further down the page. And this allows you to do that, and they all work with the zoom feature. They all work with the lightbox as well. It's really nice. We'll give it a play. Added short content module. Yeah, I mean, it's always been there, but as content with a toggle, but some people can't work that out, so I've added a short content module. Added a global setting. Okay, now here we get to the meaty ones. I've got 3 minutes 43 left to tell you about these. Woo Layout Injector has always been build a Divi library layout and assign it to all product pages, to archives, etc. It's never been a page builder product directly. Now it is, as well as. So I prefer, personally, because I've built bigger sites in the past, for you to be able to build a template for, let's say, a single product page, and then say, that's going to be used everywhere. And then if I want to edit it, I'll go to the Divi library, and then if I had 1,000 products in there, I'd edit the one layout and it would be fine. And that's always been my little area with all my injectors. But now you can go onto a product page, click on Use a Divi Builder, and just go to town, add all the modules you want, and it works. So really pleased about that. And I know a lot of people will be as well. Where are we now in my list here? Oh no, I've lost myself. Short content, global settings, there we go. Product archive module. Okay, so I've added another archive module. Oh shit, I've got no time left. A product archive module, much like the loop archive, except you don't have to create a sub layout. It's a very basic archive layout, much like the shop module, but it works with all my other injectable layouts, so you don't have to tell it what sort of products you want to see. It just knows based on the fact you're on the category page or on the shop page, etc. I've created a new single product module. Someone suggested that it would be nice to be able to strategically place a product on a page anywhere on the site, and it does that. Yeah, it does it with or without the loop archive concept as well. Go and give it a look. I've included a screenshot somewhere, but go and have a go. Header mini cart. There you go. That's something which people were. I really like that actually. WooCommerce allows you to include a mini cart widget. So I've built it into the cart icon that you get when using the Divi Store site rather. So you hover over the little cart icon and it drops down and shows you a little mini cart. Really nice. Also, I've added it so a little number shows up next to the cart to show you how many products are in your cart at the moment. So it's a toggle switch, so you can turn it on or off if you want to. It obviously doesn't show if there's no products in the cart as well. So, and the main thing, and I've got 1 minute 11 seconds to go, the ability to use the page builder directly to create your own checkout, cart, and my account pages. Now, checkout and cart haven't been done before by anybody else. Some people have provided their own example layouts for it with toggle switches. I don't really do much competitor analysis, so I don't know who, but I believe it's been done. But you can now create a Divi library layout for your cart, and using the modules that I've created and are available with the plugin, you can lay them out, you can style them, you can top and tail the page, do anything you want. Same with the checkout. I've created, so I've got 2 cart modules, one for the cart, one for the totals. I think I've got 4 checkout modules again, so billing address, shipping address, like a little mini cart showing you what you're about to buy, and the pay now buttons, and you just add them. And my account as well, I think there's 6 or 7 in there. So I'm really excited about this. I've got 5 seconds, so go and have a look. elegantmarketplace.com Thanks very much. I look forward to the next video.